Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
The game is played over 3 rounds. Whoever has the most victory points is the winner. Each person will choose a color. There's different pictures, but all the players start the same. You're going to start with your 3 cards, your movement cards, 1, 2, 3. You're going to have a scoring token, a bunch of cubes that represent your gangsters, and a nice little car that you'll be shooting around the board. Now, the car is a nice little meeple that will be played around, and it'll move around the board fairly well as you're going through, and then you'll have your 3 starting cards. You also take the upgrade tokens, you will shuffle these up, and then you'll grab 3 of them that will be face up that the players can choose from. You will shuffle up these tiles, and then you will put them randomly around the board, and this will kind of shake it up. Each time that you play the game, you'll have a different variant here that will allow things to score and be put out a little bit differently each time that you play. Each player will draw 2 scoring cards. What this is going to do is the first one's going to tell you where you're going to put your car and one of your scoring. And the other one, you're just going to put one of your gangsters out. And my second one was Cesario. I will place that there. And then these will be discarded. Each of the players will do that to set up the game. After that, after everybody's done, push their cubes out, you'll draw 1 more, in this case the loop. And this will be a doubler that will be put out there. The game is played over 3 rounds, which you'll score after each round, and then you'll divvy up to see who has the most victory points. On your turn, you can either drive or unload or load. So you have these 3 movement cards. You can choose to play any one of them. Then you will move your car that many districts around. You can never go back where you started, and you got to continue to move around. And once you use one, you can't use it again until you use the other ones on subsequent turns. And then once you've used all 3 of them, you can pick them back up into your hand. So once you use the 3, that won't be available to you until you also use the 2 and the 1. Then after the 3 movement cards, you will turn over a scoring card, in this case Greektown. You will add a doubler to this location. If you happen to get the policeman that comes out, then nothing will happen at this time. Once all 8 doublers are out, then it would go to Day of Reckoning, which will be the end of the round and the scoring. The second possible option you have is to load or unload. So you could take and unload your gangsters, and you're putting them out in these locations for control. Now, they always have to be placed in this order all the way through. If there's ever any missing ones, let's say it's like this, because people were taken off for whatever game reasons, you would still fill up this area and leaving the blank ones there until this one is full. Then you start filling in the blank ones. Keep in mind that if your opponent has somebody there, you can always take them and throw them into the trunk of your car, and you will have them there in the trunk of your car. And what you're trying to do is get them over to the coast, where once you get to the coast, what you can do is you can get rid of anybody here. They get thrown in the ocean, so they're the river. They're kind of out of the game. And you can take one of these upgrades. So each of your cars have a spot to have 2 upgrades, and you'll take one of these if you're at the Gulf Coast, and you'll be able to upgrade your car at any time. And these upgrades will do different things. Some of them will let you have Tommy guns and bodyguards, so you can't be affected by other players. The engine allows you to move a little bit more. You can get a door. You can place up 2 of your own gangsters from your auto onto a district. So the upgrades will allow you to bend the rules a little bit in the game, and getting those early on will be helpful to you as you go. Once you get to the scoring, you'll look at your thing here. Whoever has the most will get to 3. Second most will get 4 and 1. Each of these will score a little different. Right? This one's 6, 4, 3, and 1 as you're going through these. If you have a doubler, then obviously you would just get twice as many points as normal. To get ready for the next round, you get rid of all the doublers. Everybody kind of stays on the board. You'll be receiving 6 for the second round, additional 5 for the third round, and you get more of these gangsters that you can place out around the board. Once again, after the third round, whoever has the most victory points, you'll score each of these areas. Whoever has the most victory points is the winner of the game.